Hey guys, Miss Jan here, and I'm here to do a workshop with you guys to show you how to draw a landscape. So you should have the supplies that you need for this. We have paper, and I don't have the same thing as you, I don't think, but I have a notebook, and I have all of my colored pencils, and I have a pencil sharpener. Okay, so just make sure that you have those supplies ready so you can be good and prepared for this drawing. So today we're going to be drawing a landscape, and I want to show you perspective and depth. Okay, so the landscape is going to have different layers, and we'll talk a little bit about how things closer to you are bigger, and as they get farther away they get smaller. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. And I actually need to sharpen my black pencil because that's what we'll be using first. You can also use just a normal pencil if you want to with an eraser, just in case you make a mistake and need to erase something. Okay, so we're going to be holding our paper up and down like this. It's called portrait style, even though we're doing a landscape. This is landscape and this is portrait, but we're going to be doing a landscape on the portrait style. So we're going to start at the bottom. So the bottom is what's closest to us. If we're standing here and we're looking out at this landscape, this is going to be closest to us. And as we go up, it gets farther away from us, okay? So at the bottom, we're going to just do some round, like this. It's going to be just kind of a wavy line, and that is going to represent bushes. Okay, so just random, wherever you want to put them there. We're just not going to cover too much of the paper, just this main bottom half, or this main bottom section. Okay, now we're going to draw a line, and I'm not worried about a straight line. This does not have to be straight at all, but it's going to start down here and it's going to go upwards, not too high up. Okay, because we still have a lot of stuff to add in here. So it's just going to go up like this. And this is kind of like a road. Think of it as a road. But you can't see the actual road. But up here, we're going to do, let's do some houses. Okay, so we'll start out with some squares and triangles. Okay, we'll put a door and a roof. These do not have to be perfect. The important thing is that you have fun and you be creative. Okay, so whatever you want to put here, maybe there's a garage door there. Just whatever you see in your mind. It's kind of hard to draw backwards, but I'm almost getting used to it. Okay, so let's do another little tiny building right here. Maybe we just see the front of it. Okay, and then another one over here. Okay, I don't know if you guys are familiar with a silo. Normally it's something you will see like on a farm, but let's put a silo in here just because I kind of like the height, because we're going to do another line up here, but we want to do some overlapping, so we need something that's kind of tall right here. So let's do a silo. A silo is just a really tall, it's not really it is a structure, not particularly a building, and then it has a pointy top. Okay, so there, I made a little bit of mistakes here and there, but that's okay. Mistakes happen, and it's perfectly fine. It's okay. So now we're going to do another road, but it's going to go the opposite direction, like this. So it's going to start up here, and then it's going to go down. So when we meet something, we're going to stop and then start again on the other side of it. Okay, so there. Again, my line's not going to be perfectly straight because I'm drawing backwards, and that's okay. So think about what we're going to have on this next road. Maybe we can do a tree. Let's do one here. You don't have to get really detailed with your tree. Okay, and then do like the bushes down there. Just a wavy line around like that. And maybe we need a car. So a car seems like it's going to be a hard thing to do, but it's not too bad. So we're going to do 2 little wheels, like that, and connect them together. Go back, do a little bumper, the top of the car, then the hood. See, not too bad. Just do some little details on the car. Okay, how about that? Alright, so one more thing on this street, maybe another little building. So let's start with square, and we'll do the triangle top. Okay, how's that? Alright, so the next road that we're going to do is going to be in the opposite direction of this one. So it's going to start lower on this side. Let's not make it too big. Actually, I'm going to come down a little. So maybe about right here. And then go up. Okay. The next section, what can it be? Think of a landscape and what you would see if you're just looking out onto the land. Think of all the things that you would see. We can put a body of water on here. So let's do another tree. But since this tree is going to be farther away, it needs to be much smaller than this one is. And that is just to let the eye and the mind know and understand that that tree is farther away than this tree is. Okay. Now let's do maybe a windmill on here. So we have room. It's going to be 2 lines and then some X's. Okay, and then the little, these are going to be triangles, really long, narrow triangles. Just go out in all the directions. It's kind of hiding behind that tree, but that's okay. Okay, so there's going to be, we'll do little lines here. Kind of doesn't make sense right now, but do some little lines, and that will represent waves on the water. And then let's do a little sailboat up here. So we have a triangle, and then another smaller narrow triangle in the bottom of the boat. Okay, and then this road or hill, in this case it could be a hill, is going to go the opposite direction of this one. So it'll be bigger on this side and then get more narrow as it goes down. So I made a mistake right here and put a wave, and that's okay, and that's maybe why you want to use a pencil. I'm going to see if I can erase that. If not, it's okay. I can color over it. That's good enough. Let's do one more road. So it's going to go the opposite, like that. And let's put some pine trees up there. So these are going to be easy, much smaller than this tree. So we have a bigger tree and a medium-sized tree, and we're going to have little trees. And these just jagged lines. Okay, maybe one more. Okay, and then one more thing in the sky. Let's do just some clouds. And the clouds are kind of the same shape as the trees. They're just round, wavy lines. Okay, so now the only thing that we need to do is color. So let's use our color pencils. So keep in mind, there's probably going to be a lot of green on the landscape. So what I like to do is search for all of my different shades of green. That way I can make sure to just use all different shades, and I'll show you here. So I have lots of greens, lots of different shades from dark to light. So what I'm going to do is color. So if I color this a light green, I'm going to color the bushes here a dark green, so they don't blend in together, right? So this will be dark and this will be light, and then this section of grass or ground is going to be dark and then light and then dark, and then the trees will be light, or the other way around. Just make sure that you're mixing up your shades and they're not touching one another, so you don't have a dark green and a dark green, because you won't be able to see where the bushes end and the ground begins, and it'll just be harder for your eye or your mind to understand what's happening in your picture. So give me just 1 second and I'm going to color my page, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm finished coloring, and here's what I have. So I want you to keep in mind, remember to alternate the shades of green. So if you'll see, other than these right here, the shades of green are different every time there's a green touching green. Okay, so here's 3 different greens, but none of them are the same. And another thing to keep in mind is to be creative and do whatever you want, whatever you can imagine or think of. So I did on this hill right here, I did some polka dots, and well, this is like grass, and I did little squares here, and then I did stripes over here. Another thing is, I didn't like do your typical colors of houses. Of course you can do that if you want to, but I want you to know that there's no limits, there's no rules when it comes to what you can do and not do when it comes to your art and using your creativity. So my houses, my buildings are just all different random colors. And then the last thing that I did was take the black color pencil once I was finished, and then I went around everything with the black pencil, and I did like little details. In here you'll see that I did like swirls, and I did shingles on the roof, and see the lines here, outline the little squares. I did little swirls on this building because I personally love swirls. So just remember that even if it's something you don't particularly see in real life or in nature, doesn't mean that you can't do it and you can't create it with your art, because the sky's the limit and it's just unlimited what you can do and what you can make, because it's your imagination, it's your own creativity. So that's it, and I would love to hear back from you and see what you created and how you came up with your different like patterns, if you did any patterns on there, or your color schemes, because you guys inspire me too. So when I see your work and what you did and what you came up with, a lot of times I see things that I never would have thought of on my own, and it's just inspiring. It's very inspiring for me to see. So now I want you to look, one last thing, I want you to look and see how everything gets smaller as it gets farther away. So that's perspective, and that is learning, what is closer to you is bigger and gets smaller as it gets farther away. So I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And please, maybe get someone to take a picture of your work, or you with your work, and have them send it to me or to your teacher so I can see it. So I look forward to that. Thank you. Bye.